Hi everyone, I'm Garth Dowling, and I was a photographer fortunate enough to tag along with Troop 606 of Irvine, California on their amazing trip along the Point Reyes National Seashore. Point Reyes is northwest of San Francisco in Marin County, California, offering everything from woodland hiking to terrific ocean views, sandy beaches, and even an 1870 lighthouse that makes a great viewpoint for migrating gray whales. The troop drove up from Southern California to camp in Samuel Taylor State Park the night before hitting the coastal trail. It was a good shakedown getting the tents squared away and fueling up on pizza quesadillas, ramen noodles for Cracker Barrel, and then fancy gourmet pancakes for breakfast, all made in camp. Checking in with the rangers at Bear Valley Visitor Center for their permits, the scouts were also able to learn about the rules for having small fires on the beach and what to look out for wildlife and plant life-wise. Then it was time to hit the trail. The hiking was easy, even if it meant getting over some elevation before the big payoff of seeing the ocean. That first sight of the Pacific stopped the scouts in their tracks to take in the view and take a few photos. Having knocked out about a third of their overall 20-mile hike, the scouts quickly established camp and hit the beach. The beach near Wildcat Camp made for some great beachcombing for sea glass, pickup soccer games, and the stream cutting through to the ocean just begged for budding engineers to try and build temporary dams. Don't worry, the next morning's high tide wiped away their efforts, helping to leave no trace. One scout even brought a stunt kite that worked great until the strong coastal winds made it too difficult to control. The troop was playing with a purpose, waiting for the tide to go out enough to hike another mile along the beach to scenic Alamara Falls, a seasonal waterfall unique in that the 40-foot feature is a tidefall, which means it's one that flows directly into the ocean. Despite the long day, the night was too good to pass up on a beach fire and some great stargazing. The guys were at it early the next day, hiking back up to the coastal trail for more great views with every step, and an afternoon playing around the rocks of Sculpture Beach before settling down at Coast Camp, where the quail don't let a few scouts disturb their feeding. Another beach and another opportunity for a beach fire polished off the day, though the scouts turned in early as they had a little tougher hike over the mountains to return to the trailhead. It was tough leaving the ocean views behind. However, the troop wrapped up the trip in style, overnighting in San Francisco at a Hostel International near Fisherman's Wharf, located on the site of historic Fort Mason with views of the Golden Gate Bridge and the notorious island prison of Alcatraz. The evening's entertainment? A visit to Musée Mécanique, which is an interactive museum featuring old penny arcade amusements and games, some as old as 100 years old, and even a few newer arcade games from the 1980s, all in working order and ready to take the scouts' coins. Naturally, you can't visit San Francisco without visiting the Golden Gate Bridge. Before heading home, the scouts walked most of the 8,981-foot bridge and back, taking in the sights of shipping traffic and the bay. The bridge walk was a terrific treat to top off a fantastic excursion. Big thanks to Troop 606 of Irvine, California for letting Boys Live be part of their adventure.